What's up guys, how's it going? My name is Lost and welcome back to another Kingdom Hearts XGbar video. So, we got ourselves a brand new medal today. Not only that though, but we also got some boosters. But there is a bit of a catch to it, which a lot of you guys are going to be pretty pissed about, because I myself, I shouldn't be surprised that Square Enix does something like this, but at the same time though, seeing as how this particular thing has been free since like the game started, now all of a sudden it's like, oh hey, guess what, we're gonna put this behind a certain amount of jewels. Not a fan of. So let's go ahead and jump into it guys, and of course a shout out to Roboloid and to Ryuji for their awesome translations. Thank you so much guys for letting me use your translations in my update video. So what I'm talking about guys, it's going to be boosters, attribute boosters to be exact. So look at this. Look at this craziness, and let me know in the comment section below how you feel about this, but I am not a fan about this. But look, so we got boosters, right? 30% boosters for each attribute, but 3,000 jewels. Not a fan of that. I'm not cool with that at all. These boosters have been completely free behind union costs, behind events, for like the past like what, three and a half years, depending on which version you play, of union cars. And for Square Enix to all of a sudden be like, hey, guess what, we're gonna go ahead and put this behind 3,000 jewels, and not just all three in one board, but just like each separately. Not a fan of. Not cool. I don't like it, and this hurts a lot, especially for free-to-play players out there, because if you're struggling with an event and you think these boosters, this 30% booster, like say the speed attribute booster, would give you that extra little bit of damage to be able to complete an event, but you have to waste 3,000 jewels just to get this extra little bit of damage, which I'm assuming these boosters last for the entire month. But it's just, I'm not a fan of it. It's stupid. I really wish they didn't do this to players in general. Both, I mean, whales, of course, I mean, you know, they'll buy it just because they would like the extra damage that could give them that little bit of edge in Coliseum. But free-to-play players who are trying to save their jewels, they're being smart with the jewels, this is not a good vibe or a good message to send to free-to-play players, because this is just like indicating like, you know, our game is becoming pretty much pay to win. So yeah, you're gonna have to force yourself out of free-to-play and buy these boards if you want to get that extra bit of damage for your medals. So not a fan of this. This does go away on June the 30th, so you have 20 days if you decide that you want to pick these up. Myself, I am avoiding this. This is ridiculous. I'm not a fan of it, so let's go ahead and move on, because this is not a great way to start off a week. Next thing that we're going to be talking about, guys, is a brand new medal. So if you notice real quickly, let's go back into the to the shop real quick. If you did notice, you know how when it comes to VIP banners, we have the premium and we have the normal one. Not this time, not with Kingdom Hearts 3 Xigbar. So yes, it is one banner. I don't know if this is going to be a permanent thing where they're going to go back into the good old days where it was just always one banner and it would benefit any type of player instead of having it behind a premium banner and a normal banner. But it is just one banner, which is fan-freaking-tastic. So let's go ahead and talk about Kingdom Hearts 3 Xigbar and see what it is that he does and what his banner features, etc, etc. So Superburst Kingdom Hearts 3 Xigbar is here on a falling price deal. Note that Xigbar is affected by the June SP boost, so that Roxas booster 200% thing. So the banner features, it is a falling price deal, 2 Kingdom Hearts 3 medals per pull, 1 trait medal for Superburst Kingdom Hearts 3 Xigbar per pull, 1 Superburst Kingdom Hearts 3 Xigbar in 5 pulls, so it is a 5 pull mercy, and 10 limited time VIP coins per pull. Superburst Kingdom Hearts 3 Xigbar with a max strength of 25,000. He is a tier 9 medal, reverse speed, 2 gauges, multiplier is at 58.90 for a single target, so not too bad. For 2 turns, buffs reverse speed attack by 5 tiers, debuffs the enemy's reverse speed defense by 5 tiers, raises the guild of all medals by 170%, damage is always super effective against all attributes. So if you are fighting an enemy that is a power attribute, Xigbar will still do the maximum damage due to his ability. So that is awesome. This could definitely help out with a lot of players. This could actually help out with certain events where you have different attributes, where you have to, say, take care of an enemy that is let's say that you're fighting a power type attribute enemy, but at the same time you also have an enemy that is like magic or even speed. If you decide to pull for Xigbar, Xigbar will do maximum damage against all those attributes. So it's a pretty good medal overall. Pretty good multiplier, especially if you do have light bulb if you do have light bulb nominate and you want to make Xigbar into an AoE medal, this medal could actually benefit you on the long run, especially with that decent. Actually, I think it's above average multiplier of 58 for 58.90. I think it's a pretty above average multiplier. Of course, there are other medals that have a higher multiplier, but for the medal that we are in right now, I feel like that multiplier is good enough for me to pull if I had the jewels. But since I don't have the jewels, I'm not going to be pulling. I'm just going to skip out on it and just hope that since it is a Kingdom Hearts 3 medal, that we'll see it, or I'll have the chance to pull it in future Kingdom Hearts 3 banners. So, but overall though, not a bad medal for its ability of always doing the max damage against all attributes. It does 6 hits. The Superburst ability multiplier is at 160 and 200% once you make it into Superburst Plus. It is an AoE Superburst attack, and for 1 turn, buffs reverse attack by 5 tiers, buffs general attack by 15 tiers, debuffs the enemy's general defense by 15 tiers, raises the guild of all medals by 200%, 250 on upgrade, and in PvP, this ability activates on slot 3. Now, one thing to note that even though it is super effective against all attributes, and this is to my new players out there, just because it is super effective does not mean that you're gonna be doing extra damage against whoever it is that you're facing in PvP. This medal is mainly for, like, say, Coliseum, events, story, etc, etc. But I mean, you can still use it in PvP. I'm just saying that when it comes to his ability though, it's just going to do like the normal damage, because us as a player, we don't have attributes, you know, we're just us. So that's just one thing that I want to note out there for any new players, of course. So that's it for that though. Overall though, it is a pretty good medal if you decide that you have the 1200 jewels and you want to go ahead and pull them. I mean, of course, you do get 5 trait medals. I think there is a trait board. Let me double check just to make sure, because I don't want to say yes or no and then I could be wrong. All right. Let's see. So we got all these trait boards right here, and no, there was no trait board for him. Okay, so that's something to note right there. If you decide you pull him, or if you get him like first pull, there was no trait board for the guy. Right. No, okay. So that's it for that. Next thing that we're going to be talking about, guys, is related to VIP. So there is a new skill in VIP, just like the new skill that we had, I think, about 2 weeks ago. This time, if you do buy VIP, you do get Sleep Attack Boost 8 Max in this week's VIP. So you guys already know, I mean, this skill will dominate in PvP and, of course, maybe in Coliseum up to a certain level. So, you know, if you do pick this up, I mean, this is another option to strategize when it comes to the Paralysis Attack Boost 8 that we got about 2 weeks ago. So, I'm not going to go into it. All I can say is, depending on how your setup goes when it comes to PvP, it could be a pretty big changer for you guys. So, alongside with VIP, you do get Superburst Plus Illustrated Ventus from or Illustrated Ventus medals from VIP. Note that Ventus is affected by the June SP boost. There are trait medals for Ventus in an avatar board at 5 coins per node, which you probably just saw just a second ago. It does feature, of course, 1 Superburst Plus Illustrated Ven and 5 trait medals for Illustrated Ven itself. For this week's, also included in this week's VIP, you do get more Sora and Stitch in this VIP. Of course, you do get 1 of the actual medal and 5 trait medals for the medal itself. You do also get 3 Tier 9 dual Manwas in this week's VIP as well. So, not too shabby, not too bad of a VIP, I guess, especially with a brand new skill. You do get Vent is already upgraded to Superburst Plus. So again, up to you guys as to whether or not you want to get it. And then the final thing, guys, is that it is an official raid week this week. So defeat the Savage Spider to get deluxe rewards in this week's raid week. So you do get this nice little hat for your spear, which I think we do have it for our avatar itself. So I think this is brand new for our spirit pet. I feel like it's been in the, I think we've had this in the past, but I might be thinking the actual avatar part itself for our avatar. Aside from the raid week though, well, this whole Donald thing is from like some event thing. I don't really want to talk about it. For the raid week though, one thing that I do want to know is that if your party, if you get top 10, or I think it's up to, let's see here, top 500, your party does get the little Simba on piece as well. So that's one thing that I wanted to know with this week's raid week. So good luck to everybody. Make sure that you coordinate with your party, etc, etc. Get as much luck as you can. I might actually raid a little bit this week because I'm at level 365, and if I could get to 400 to get those extra 5,000 jewels, that would be fantastic. So that's gonna be it for the video, guys. As always, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe for some future Unicorns updates. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.